Cross my heart and hope to die. Lonely, you're the reason why I can feel those butterflies when I go to sleep at night. When I go to sleep at night. Lonely, you're the reason why I can feel those butterflies when I go to sleep at night.
I'm always on the quest for happiness, which I realize is actually not productive to me being happy at all. I'm trying to stop thinking of happiness as an end goal and stop trying to push it away till next time. I want to stop just living for the weekend. It's not that great to only live for 2 days out of a week, right? Okay, let's be honest, 1 day of the week. Sundays are pretty scary, to be honest. When I was younger, my mom told me I'd cry and be anxious about school like every Sunday. That was literally like pre-K or kindergarten. I started dreading Mondays before I even knew how to read. Okay, so we've established I hate Mondays and half of Sundays. So what can I do about that? Is there a way to make every day feel like a Saturday evening at 7:26 p.m., which is apparently when people are happiest, according to Google? Let's see what Mondays are like to me. First, I wake up, obviously. The moment I wake up on a Monday, it's not as bad as I thought it was going to be yesterday on a Sunday. Mondays are always the busiest. Not gonna lie, when it's so busy, the time flies by and it's not that bad. Everyone eventually gets into the groove of things and the energy for the week is being set. I like to plan my entire week ahead on Mondays. I want to give each day a purpose, so I kind of feel like every day is different. Not every Monday is so productive though. Sometimes it feels impossible to even get out of bed. I always wonder and daydream to myself, if I loved what I do for a living, would I not dread Mondays in the week ahead? If you're lucky enough to do what you love for a living, do you not dread Mondays? Is there a way to fight all of this? Clearly on Mondays, I like to do a bit of soul searching. And sometimes when I'm super overwhelmed, I just feel like I can't do anything at all. But that's my Mondays in a nutshell. Okay, I'm going to try really hard to be optimistic here, but Tuesdays make it really hard. Someone once told me that Tuesdays are actually the worst day of the week. They described it as the one that's just in the way of everything, and I agree. I haven't stopped thinking about it that way since. But I've also heard that on days you feel the worst, you should put on your best outfit that makes you feel the most confident, and that will make your day so much better. Too bad I only wear the same 3 sweaters on repeat now and pair that with sweatpants anyway. I never knew I'd be dressing like this for over a year now, but I actually started off working from home in my PJs for a few months before realizing I should at least change to loungewear. Anyways, back to Tuesdays. What do you guys think of Tuesdays? Do you agree it's just in the way of everything? Because it is. I try really hard to stick to my routine that I set up for each day of the week. Finally, to the middle of the week. It's Wednesday. Suddenly, I feel like I've finally woken up and I'm getting energized to finish off the week. I can't believe it takes me 2 whole days to accept my reality and wake up, but here I am. Better late than never, I guess. I guess now that we're on Wednesday, in the middle of it all, I'll talk through my super interesting day a bit. Okay, I'm just kidding. It's not interesting at all. I put on a sheet mask here to try to make it more interesting, but it's the same as all my other days. I literally do the exact same thing every day. Friday, Junior, or Thursday. So I told myself in the beginning of the video that I was going to stop living for the weekends only, but when I think about Thursdays, that thought just came so naturally, and here I am just daydreaming about the weekend already. But I guess Thursdays are a time to be thoughtful. Like, what have I done this week so far? What do I need to work on? How can I do better? What do I have left to do? There's so many thoughts about work all the time that we all have, right? And I feel like I should start thinking about things outside of work now and be more mindful and checking with myself and my loved ones. When I picture Thursdays though, I picture a rainy day and we're just cozy and working inside and it's super peaceful, and I guess that doesn't make it sound that bad. I also did not know that it was gonna rain on the Thursday that I filmed, so I thought that was super weird, but anyways. I know I'm just trying to differentiate and distinguish each weekday as a different day, but honestly, sometimes they all feel the exact same to me and they just mesh together. And on that note, I end my Thursdays thinking about Fridays, as much as I don't want to frame it in that way. I don't think I need to talk too much about Fridays. But I guess, why do we love Fridays so much? I think what it really comes down to is probably how close we are to being free, right? Like, that's all we want. It's that freedom. I hate thinking about it this way, but like, I really can't help it. Even the day itself seems more bearable, even though it's the exact same day as the other days. Bearable? 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 I don't know how to pronounce that. Closing and logging off work for the day just feels like a huge sigh of relief. Saturdays are my favorite day. And pause, before I go any further, and I'm nearing the end of my video here with my weird voiceovers, just wanted to say that what I've noticed so far while doing this is that depending on the day, it seriously impacts my mood. I realize that I can practice as many tips as I want on how to be happy, but if I don't get rid of this day by day differentiation and the whole just living for the weekends thing, then what if that's in the way of happiness? I don't even know if that makes sense. Anyways, I'm just gonna continue again. Saturdays are peaceful and stress-free. There's no weight of the world on me. There's no work burdens. It feels like we were working so hard to finally feel the way that we do right now. And of course, that's not always the case, right? And we should feel like we deserve to feel this way always. There are actually so many happiness experiments out there titled, "Can we make every day as happy as a Saturday?" or something to that effect. And that's a really crazy idea, but something that I'm definitely going to think about more now. Well, here we are again. If you just type in Sundays into Google, it will populate a lot of negative searches. Or maybe it's just targeted towards me at this point. But Sunday scaries are a very common and normal thing. So if you have this too, you are not alone. Remember my story of little me being anxious every Sunday before I was even in the first grade? Well, actually that feeling is still here, and I'll be honest with you though, some Sunday scaries are worse than others. Don't worry, I'm not going to go too deep into that, but sometimes they do get so bad that I would just like not be able to fall asleep. I think largely it was due to just my overall perspective on life and feeling kind of stuck and lost, or just like there's nothing to look forward to. So that was probably the biggest reason why I let Sundays get the best of me. This is something that I'm working on though. I mean, I know it's so hard to let go of the freedom that 2 short days affords us and to head back to reality, but that's just the problem. You can never escape reality. That's our first mistake. There's so many ways we can fix the Sunday blues, and maybe I'll talk about that more another day, but all I can say now is don't let it consume you. Try and enjoy every moment in the present and be compassionate to yourself. Though it's the end of another week and the end of my video, maybe we'll all learn how to be more mindful of how we feel about certain days or how we dread certain days, and then we can all achieve that 7:26 p.m. Saturday evening feeling, and not just on Saturdays. But I'm curious, how do you feel about each day? What does each day mean to you? And how can we all stop just living for the weekend? All I know is I want to work to live and not live to work. And I'll leave the video with that note. See you next time.